When you go to sell your home, you will leave money on the table if you don't follow these 5 steps at the bare minimum. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ryan Haarer, Denver area homes and neighborhoods expert. I'm also a local realtor, so if you have any questions about buying or selling in the Denver metro area, please reach out. My contact information is in the description below. Let's get into it. The 5 strategies you need to make the most when you sell. Let's start with pricing. You may be tempted to try and hit the lottery, but overprice your home and you'll risk buyers passing on even seeing the home in the initial week on the market, which is a crucial time to generate interest and potentially multiple offers. Instead, take a realistic look at the market and your competition. If homes similar to yours are sitting on the market without an offer, it's probably not a good idea to list at the same price, certainly not higher. Listing slightly under that stale listing will make you a much more attractive and brand new option. When representing home buyers, I highly encourage them to look at these stale listings. Chances are we won't be up against any other buyers, and it may be a good time to get a significant discount or some concessions in the deal. So sellers, control the process from the outset with a realistic and thoughtful price. Tip number 2, staging and presentation. Imagine you are a home buyer. You walk into a home that smells of trash that hasn't been taken out. The seller's family photos adorn every wall. A worn out leather lazy boy commands the family room in front of a TV that's sitting on the floor. The primary suite has been painted with the seller's favorite shade of lime green. Now, think of walking through a model home. It's light and bright. There are no personal effects, and the furniture, sleek and modern, makes the home feel more open. The paint is neutral, sparking no visceral reactions. It's as if you could move into it right this moment. When preparing a home for sale, we want the buyer to feel like it could be theirs, that with a few minor changes, it could easily be their home. When we don't declutter, remove personal effects, or replace dated furniture, the buyer has a much different impression that we are simply guests in a complete stranger's home. Bottom line, organize and pack up as much of your home as possible. Staging isn't always necessary, but consider bringing in a few modern items to appeal to a broader audience. Once you're done preparing the home, give it a thorough deep clean. On to number 3. Home improvements. The homes that sell the fastest don't need any work. Now, I'm not saying you should blow out a dated kitchen, especially if the rest of the home is dated, but there are some less expensive options that can absolutely maximize return when selling your home. Worn out carpet, for example, can be replaced for very little expense. Painting rooms neutral colors will go a very long way. Getting your landscaping in order will absolutely make your home look more inviting. Broken windows, holes in drywall, and leaky pipes, those are a must fix. Give the buyer reassurance that you cared for this home. Big ticket items are also worth discussing with your realtor. Is the roof truly on its final year? Has the furnace seen its last visit from a technician? It may be a time for replacement. Bonus tip, get a professional home inspection before even going on the market. Then address concerns the inspector points out and share that document with the buyer along with a list of repairs made. This will not only help a buyer feel more comfortable writing an offer, but it'll save you time, energy, and money down the line when the buyer does their own inspection. The next tip, effective marketing. It still shocks me that people take photos of their home with a cell phone when preparing to sell. This is not a worn-out bicycle subject to steep discounts on Facebook Marketplace. Real estate marketing 101, hire a professional photographer. Your first showing happens online. It's so easy to scroll past a house when one photo doesn't spark joy. Make sure those first few photos, in particular, really stand out so the potential buyer feels compelled to visit the home in person. Not to mention, these photos can be used to send professionally designed mailers to the neighborhood, notifying them of your home being for sale, as well as provide brochures to those who come for a tour in person. We are so fortunate to have many additional exposure methods at our fingertips. Virtual tours are very popular right now and a great way for a buyer to understand the layout of your home. And I personally utilize video to blast listings to thousands of potential buyers, their friends, and family. An online listing is just scratching the surface of what's possible. The more people who see a listing, the better chance you have of driving traffic and generating offers. Reach thousands more with new media. I'm talking search engine optimization, a personalized website, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and so much more. The 5th big tip to making the most when you sell, negotiations. Everything I've mentioned so far has to do with the hard work leading up to receiving an offer, but this is really where the money is made or lost. First, approach transactions with a win-win attitude. The best transactions are those where both parties are agreeable to compromise and reasonable about their requests. But when that's not the case, you'd better have a real estate professional ready to go to bat for you. Earlier this year, a buyer attempted to squeeze $12,000 out of my seller for completely unnecessary work. The expectation was that because he was our only offer, we would roll over to keep the deal alive. Instead, we hired our own electrician who, sure enough, said the necessary work amounted to about $2,000. That's where we settled. Recently, a home buyer requested an $8,000 concession to help pay for closing costs of a seller of mine. We had been on the market one day. I called everyone who had seen the home to check on their interest. While no other offer came through, we built up enough urgency to make the entire $8,000 concession go away. I've been involved in more than 70 deals in just the last 2 years. I've seen it all and learned the hardest work comes after an offer is accepted. It's also the part that proves the worth of the best in the business. So that's it. 5 tips to help you make the most money when you go to list your home. Thanks for watching. Please drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of these tips. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.